Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. We are once again here with another level 80 character guide, and today we are going with a 5-star. Yes, we have come this entire week just posting videos about 4-star characters. It is time to talk about 5-star characters. It is not that I'm not going to be showcasing more 4-star characters. I do have the idea of finishing something more for my XEON. I would say that he's my Theodore. I would say Theodore is actually pretty much done. Jeremiah is also pretty much done again. So I will probably go ahead and do some builds for these characters as well, and just show you guys how they work. I was thinking about something with Rosine, and also Kana. But yeah, I would have to wait and see how can I build those guys to take advantage of them and the damage that they can do. But in any case, all I want to showcase today is how to play with XEON, how you can use him to pretty much beat all the content. I can use XEON to go ahead and complete these 2 bosses to farm gear. I can kill the dragon without any problems. You have to go with XEON, Libertas, Stain, and Chloe, and that would be it. I can kill this one as well. I go with Pluto, um, Diana, XEON, and Seri, and that is also enough for me to just kill this boss without any problems. And yeah, I'll also use my XEON for PvP. Is the character that I'm constantly using to farm. So I'm going to be doing a showcase for both things, right? How to use it in PvE, how to use it in PvP, and everything, right? So for the team that I'm using for PvP, for PvE, my apologies, I'm going with this one. This is not going to be like the best team actually when it comes to PvE. You would probably want to replace Diana with a healer, because you definitely need a healer to be able to kill the dragon, or for you to be able to kill the apostle, for example. You cannot do this without a healer, right? So normally what I do is that I do have it here, right? This is what I do for when I'm going for bosses like the apostle, and if I'm not going for the apostle, then I would replace these and these for Chloe, Libertas, and Stain. And that would be the team for whenever I want to kill the dragon with XEON, which I never do, because for killing the dragon, what I do is that I use my Sasha team. That's the team that I actually do prefer for killing the dragon, but with a Stain instead of Pluto, right? So this is the team that I use. It's really good. It works perfectly fine. But in any case, let's go ahead and showcase the stats. This is 1,279 attack, 172 speed, 89.2% crit rate, and 209.7% crit damage. Max affinity, again, it allows me to have extra 50 attack, 50 defense, and 500 HP. And when it comes to the set, you already saw this set of gear, which is the same one that I was using on Lucas, and it's going to be crit damage plus crit rate, speed, and attack for the different pieces. When it comes to the dupes, I have the ultimate and I have the passive. I would recommend to go in this particular order. First the ultimate, then the passive, then the second skill. That's my recommendation for whenever it comes to building this character. I'm still not fully, finished with the build for him. I still need more here and here and here and here. And I would be able to have even more stats. But for now, I would say that's enough. When it comes to the skills for XEON, the first skill, it deals damage to a single enemy. So it's the only skill that you have for XEON that is a single target skill. It deals a decent amount of damage, and it has a 70% chance to steal the buff of an enemy. A 70% chance, I guess. Oh yeah, it is always 70% chance even if you upgrade it. So the second skill is 161% damage, and it will grant you immunity for 2 turns, which is really good because XEON requires to have some additional buff for you to deal more damage. Then we have Final Judgment. Final Judgment says here that it deals 232% attack to all enemies, and the damage of this skill would increase by 12% for each buff that you have on yourself, up to a maximum of 60%. So you are looking to have 5 buff added on you, so you can have the maximum amount of damage with this skill, which is going to be close to 300% damage. That is without including the passive, that would increase your damage by an additional, sorry, this increases your attack by an additional 25% if you have a shield on you. That is the reason why XEON is one of the only characters that you actually do need their weapon for they to be able to work properly, because the weapon would grant you a shield at the start of the battle, and it would allow you to take advantage of the passive right away. And not only that, it also increases the amount of shields that you get, and it increases your crit damage by an additional 50%. On top of that, this is the second highest attack weapon in the game. So what I mean is that it has 306 attack. If I'm not wrong, Chesa a weapon is 307, so it's one attack less than that one. These are the two highest attack weapons in the game. So nothing more. So let's go ahead and go for a demonstration of how the character works. So let's go ahead and select the team that I wanted to use for the showcase, which is going to be this. We're going to be going full damage here because I'm pretty sure the boss would not last that long. And again, we're going to be starting with we have to start with a defense break here. Now we are going to be using Machina skill 3, that again for some reason doesn't have any sound effects, hoping that they fix that soon. And then we are going for ultimate on Diana for an additional increase in damage. I never use XEON skill, ultimate skill on the first turn anyways, so I'm going to be using second skill. The reason I do that is so that I can get the immunity buff, and that way now I would have 5 buff on me if I'm not wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4. I do have 4 actually, I'm missing 1, but 4 should be enough for now at least. We can get another one here. Oh no, I would not be able to get another one. Alright, so the boss decided to plunder all of my buffs. So we actually have to redo this and see if the stupid boss doesn't plunder my skills. That was so stupid. I hate this boss just because of that. Whenever I come here, I rather come here with Sasha because I know that he's never going to target my Sasha. He's always going to target my Libertas instead. So again, defense break, ultimate, Diana skill, and then second skill here. Go ahead with basic attack, and let's hope it doesn't plunder my... Okay, it didn't plunder my guy this time, sorry. So we can go ahead and then just do basic attacks here. And now we can use an ultimate skill and see how much damage I can do. Remember, this is still not full buffs. You need to have 5 buffs on your XEON for it to actually deal the most amount of damage. For some reason, I don't have the shield. I don't know what happened with the shield. Oh no, I do have the shield, but it's not showing here in the list of buffs that I have available, which is weird. In any case, let's go ahead and showcase here the damage of the ultimate skill. That's 34,000 damage, and the boss is dead right away. Okay. So that's it. That's the way that I'm using my XEON mostly when it comes to PvP, and I can also use it for bosses like this, for example, when it comes to PvE. Whenever an enemy, I know that the enemy is not going to be able to survive, I do it like that. I can also go ahead and showcase you guys here how is my team for PvP. The team that I usually use. So let's go ahead. Let me not play 7. 7 I can win against 7, but it's so fucking annoying. So normally what I do is that I would use my Libertas ultimate skill. I would go with ultimate skill on my Machina. And then Diana is here for only for 2 things. One is that she's bringing the weapon that gives you an extra MP, right? So that I can use ultimates. And the other reason why she's here is just to do a basic attack. So right now I have 3, but most of the times you will only have 2. I got 3 this time because I was lucky and I was able to generate an extra one with the weapon. But that would not happen all the time, right? So that's why I bring her just to do a basic attack, and then I can use my ultimate skill and just delete the entire enemy team. There you go. I'm sorry, Braxophone. It was not my intention to showcase your team dying. But this character is so annoying. And this thing lasts for 2 turns now. So slow. I have missed the removal of the buff all the time. I missed the plunder. Oh my god. Infinite battle. And I was stunned. Okay, for dead now. You're dead now. Okay, perfect. So now, guys, that's pretty much it. I would say that that's everything that I wanted to show about XEON, which is, again, a great investment. If you are planning to use XEON, I would recommend, and I would say, XEON for sure works without his weapon. I was able to get Challenger tier previous season using my XEON without his weapon. Now that I'm using it with his weapon, it's even easier for me to do that. But in any case, if you want to use this character, you at least need to have one dupe on his ultimate skill so that your damage is decent. If you have the one on the passive, it would be really good. But I wouldn't recommend going for the skill, the dupe here on his passive if you don't have the weapon for Sion. If you don't have his weapon, I would say go for the second skill instead, because it would help you more for PvE content instead of going for this. Because as you can see, second skill deals a lot of damage. It's very close to the damage that you do with ultimate skill, not counting the extra damage with the buffs, right? But I mean, again, that's going to be all. Thank you so much for being here, guys, and I hope that you're enjoying the videos. Please let me know in the comments if you want me to go ahead and make a guide for any particular character, and I will do so. But for now, thank you so much for being here. See you in the next one. Peace.